Hey guys, JH. Welcome to the practice tee, and it's windy today and I've still got my temporary audio, so it's a little tough. Guys, what do you see here today? That pink thing is one of those styrene noodles that you have in your swimming pool. Inside it is just a shaft. So you just get a noodle, put it over a shaft, stick the shaft in the end of the ground there, and put a golf ball right underneath the shaft there, right under the noodle, right in that position there. Wow, it's windy. Sorry guys, it's windy, everything's blowing away. Sorry, it's very windy. Okay, now the idea of this is to get you swinging into, out and shallow. If you try and swing, steep and over the ball, you're going to take that noodle out. Now I can make a full swing here guys, not touch the noodle. Why? Because I'm coming from inside out and the club is very low coming into the ball and it's coming from inside. So the hands are down, the club's down, the hands are down, the club's down, and the club's not getting over the ball. That ball is right at the end of the noodle. And of course the ball is then off our trail foot, here. So we're going to be swinging it here. Here. Now the slightest bit out, attack on the ball guys. Excuse me, it's all over. I'll pick the camera up, I'll bring it over here and I'll show you the relationship of the noodle. Okay. Now see, the noodle is right underneath, well, the ball's right underneath the noodle. And from this side, looking at it, on this side it looks like this. So I'm going to have to swing that club underneath that noodle into out. I can't swing it out to in or I'm a dead meat. See if I can get a bit closer, guys. Okay. Now that should give you some indicator as to the relationship here. We've got to swing the club under the noodle. Any variation from swinging under the noodle and from in to out, and you're going to take the noodle out. And you'll end up being a noodle wick, as my young grandson calls me sometimes. So don't be a noodle wick, Poppy. So guys, this is a great idea. I saw somebody using it. It's not my idea, I didn't invent it, but it's a great idea, and it's to teach anybody, even a conventional swing, to stop coming over the top. Now it's a bit daunting when you first start out, and you'll have fits. You'll think, I'll take that out. But you've only got to look at your golf swing, and look what your golf swing does in reality. With channel lock, it gets on the ground very early and very shallow. So it's not going to take the noodle out. It's not high enough in the air to do that. Got 6 iron here guys, I'll just hit one out here. First shot of the day, out of 3 inches of rough. Now there's no chance that I could ever hit that noodle. I could just never ever hit that noodle. I couldn't do it because I'm into out. And that noodle's only, you know, like 3 or 4 inches above the ball. But guys, if I came this way, I'd chop the noodle into noodles. That noodle would be a lot of small noodles. You just hit, you can't hit the noodle, it's not possible. And it's hard to hit out of this crabgrass, guys, wow. Full golf swing. Just to get the feeling. Or I'll take a super full swing. Now guys, that's as hard as I can hit it. The wind is 50 kilometres an hour today, straight across here. I worry about it blowing the camera over. But because this swing is so orientated into out, can't possibly hit that noodle. Can't possibly do it. Not if you're applying yourself with channel lock. If you're into out, and stay into out, because into out is shallow, guys. And clearly it's into out. So it's not out to in and steep, which would have to be to hit that. That was a full shot. See, they're full shots. It'll be daunting when you first do it. Absolutely daunting. If you have any propensity to get out to in. All this endorses, guys, is that I'm into out and shallow. A lot of people call me shallow. But I couldn't hit that. I mean, it's just not possible for me to hit that. Okay, I'm warming up now. Full big backswing there. That's as good as I could hit it. That's as hard as I could hit it, by the way. That's a full Monty. Full Monty release. I'm releasing that as hard as I can, guys. As soon as I put the ball down, it falls down an inch in the grass. Don't give yourself that tight a tolerance when you first start. Because it might do your head in. Give yourself a bit more height. Yeah, I think I could get it down to about probably 2 inches. In fact, I'm sure I could, because this is the angle when I come in. This is the angle when I come in. So the shaft is way under. It's not up, and I'm not standing the shaft up. I've got the club outside my hands. And guys, when you flap release, you've got to get the club in line with your arm here. So club head outside hands, not club head inside hands with the flip release. You don't want that. Doesn't get any better than that. See if I can do a real super smooth one. Tell you what, guys, it toughens you up hitting these shots out of this grass. Ball just sits down. It's good. You've got to get down to it. It's as good as old JH can hit it. So guys, that's a drill. I'm not a big one on drills, but for people that have difficulty coming to grips with the concept of into out and staying in the channel, you've got to stay in the channel, you've got to hit into out, and that will create a very shallow attack on the shot. I mean, it has to do that. That's as good as old JH can hit it. And that wind is ripping across here, and that's just holding us long. But it's so strong, this 6 iron's going about 100 and, probably 140 metres, and I'm hammering that. So it's, it's a 25 metre wind. All right, last shot. Okay, come on, Jack. No blessed aeroplanes now. Sunday afternoon. Late. Watch this, guys. They're perfect shots. Okay, guys, so you get a $2 noodle from Walmart or Kmart, an old shaft, stick it in the ground. Work out your own height when you start. But I promise you guys, any attempt to get steep and outside and you're going to take the noodle out, it'll end up noodle soup. Okay guys, that's just a great way of being able to school yourself at into out. And particularly if you're going to hit some wedges, just get some wedges, because you want to shallow out your wedge. Most people are too steep with the wedge with channel lock. Just shallow it out. Get under that noodle. Just hit some little bunts. Okay guys, it's a great training aid for channel. Probably a great training aid for anything. I mean, I used it, 30 years ago to stop people coming over the top. I just had that, but I had some of that insulating rubber on it. They didn't have those noodles 30 years ago. Okay guys, so that's a great aid, but you can do that. I'll hit one more shot. I'll just hammer this. Just frozen rope straight. Okay guys, great training aid to get you into out.